Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Tarot Closet and welcome to our soul tribe, our soul family. If you are new to the Tarot Closet, my name is Christine. You can also call me Chris. And welcome to your pick a card reading. This is a no contact and or in separation pick a card reading, a love pick a card reading. This is not specifically for twin flames and or soulmates, but you always come through. You are here. This is for anyone who has felt drawn to this reading today. You can meditate on the pile you would like to choose by pausing the video at any time. And of course, you can also skip through this and go straight down to the timestamps below in the description to take you to your reading. Reading 1, as you can see, is a rose quartz heart. Reading 2 is an amethyst crystal. And reading 3 is opalite. An opalite crystal. They're all crystals, but this is opalite. I am honored to channel for you. I hope you enjoy your reading. I will see you at your reading or readings as it may be. If you feel drawn to more than one, that can happen as well. I wish you love, light, all things good, and always remember to trust yourself, tap into your intuition, and trust those gut instincts. They are your guardian angels. I'll see you at your reading. Aho. Hello, beautiful souls. Hello, reading 1. Welcome to your reading. We're shuffled and ready to go, so we're going to begin by getting your overall energy card. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Can you please guide whoever has arrived here today? Guide them in the connection they have arrived here for, in regard to the person they have arrived here for. Aho. There we go. Your overall energy is the Page of Pentacles. We're going to get your reading down. Thank you, spirit guides. Angels, wow, that was flying. It's the 5 of Cups. All right, guys, we can already see here with your very first card, Scorpio energy, there is some loss here. The 7 of Cups. Okay. Yeah, somebody needs to make a choice. Is that you? The Lover's card. Yeah, it's both of you. Interesting. As that came down, as that energy was coming of a choice. We have the 2 of Air. Let me make a little room here. I always forget how big some cards are. Let me just make a little room, guys. And yeah, we will continue with your reading. Okay, so hopefully that is not too distracting. All right, this is being left behind in the bottom. It's the Knight of Swords. All right. There we go. It is the 10 of Cups. Pisces energy, interesting, coming right below the 7 of Water, Scorpio energy. All right, wow. And of course, the Lover's card is Gemini energy. Right below that, wow, is the Death card, Scorpio energy. So there's a whole new start going on here. Look, this is pushing its way off. It belongs to you. It is the 8 of Fire. That is the 8 of Wands, Sagittarius energy. By the way, the 2 of Air, Libra energy going on there. Wow, guys, we talked about the Scorpio. There is some more Scorpio. Interesting, because it's coming right below the 2 of you, the Lover's card. We also have the Knight of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius coming in here. Okay, so let's get into your reading. By the way, I have quite a few decks surrounding me, Oracle, more Tarot, channeled love messages, and channeled song messages by me, Chris of the Tarot Closet. And I will be bringing them in as I see fit, but they don't really fit on the table, as you can see. So that is just how I am going through things now. In your first placement is the Five of Water. It's, of course, the Five of Cups, Scorpio energy. Now, the first thing I want to talk about here is the obvious. This is the Five of Cups. There is a really strong sense of loss here. But this is also a really particular message with the fairy. You can see here, and I want to tell you a story. There is a story of this young fairy that wanted to prove her love, so she removed her wings in order to prove her love. What ended up happening is the fairy was left behind and now without her wings. What I feel that means for you here in your very first placement is, for some of you, it might be that you're actually expats living somewhere else. It can also be just you're in another state, another city. That aside, the bigger thing here are the changes that you made in order to win somebody over, I want to say, or just to be seen the way they wanted you to be seen, and now it is over. There's a lot of regret that I feel coming through here from you, really wishing things had gone differently. This is a really strong message for you to allow yourself that space to mourn and really to open yourself up to move forward and learn and to grow from this partnership. So this is a really strong reading already, I feel, of somebody who has been really hurt and did a lot in the partnership, did a lot of transforming that was maybe against, was against who you are, is what I want to say to you. And now you're left to pick up the pieces. It's quite strong. We also see here right below it, the Knight of Air. And this message is coming in for you. It's a really strong message coming in for you to stop blaming yourself, first of all, and really to love yourself. One of the things that's happening here in this Knight of Air, and I feel coupled here with the Five of Water, is you're feeling like you maybe made decisions that you shouldn't have made, or you trusted somebody that you shouldn't have trusted, or you still do, and you're caught a bit up in that. And this is really coming down for you as a really strong message from your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, the fairies, sending that down to you saying, look, I'm here to help you. I want you to come out of the self-loathing and trust in yourself. Love yourself, forgive yourself. You did what you did. You did what you did for love. And that is the message that's coming through really strong. And already as well in the Seven of Water. Now this is your partnership placement. This is the Seven of Water. This is about your person. They can be a Scorpio. It doesn't mean they're a Scorpio. When I talk about the energies from the zodiacs, it can be that you're coming through, your person's coming through, you're rising, they're rising, so on and so forth. But it's also really a lot about the energy. And here with the Seven of Water, first of all, it's the Seven of Cups. We know there is a lot of emotional energy here, but it also looks like you've been waiting for a long time in making a decision that perhaps you're not going to be getting this 10 of Water, this 10 of Cups, Pisces energy with this particular person, but you've been kind of stuck is what I want to say. If you see here, the mermaid has dropped her scythe, if I'm saying that correctly. That word just always eludes me. But that really is about, she's using that normally to get through, to cut through these bushes, to cut through kind of the swamp, I want to say, and get to the heart of the matter and make a decision. She has dropped it, look, and she's distracted by this really bright star here. So I do feel like you've been waiting for a while, but you're also procrastinating a bit here on making a decision. And we can see that also, that it is around your person. We see that in the Lover's card. And now this is the naughty corner, excuse me. Your person's energy comes through quite strong. But I have to tell you today as well, you're coming through really strong here with the Two of Air. And that's the Two of Swords, Libra energy. So this is really a lot about being a little bit stuck possibly in some of the things you need to work out in order to move. Now, when I say move, I do mean move on. I feel in this particular reading, if you are resonating with this reading, that there was a third party. And now that can be a person. It can also be, and that's coming through in the Lover's card today, I want to tell you. It can also be that it's a third person is possibly a family member or somebody who got involved. It can even be that third party can be talking about distance, location, a really big difference here. It is strong for a lot of you that it was a third party as you know it. And you've been really stuck in making this decision because some dreams, it looks like, have been shattered here. Now, before we go too far into that, I do want to say with that page of verse, also that I feel there is something new coming for you, if not already. Now, this is the page energy, so can be a little bit younger person. That's not necessarily going to be the case. I want to tell you that. But one of the things that's interesting about your overall energy today, the page of earth, is it really is the opposite of, I'm going to set this down for a moment. It really is the opposite of the seven of water, because it's saying, okay, you've got to stop daydreaming now and living in the past and thinking about what didn't work and make a decision toward your future, toward what you want to work. And that's also what's coming in with the seven of water, because there's a lot of past energy here about what didn't work out, what you're holding on to, and you're really still kind of stuck there trying to figure out. You've dropped your scythe here and you're no longer moving forward. There's a stuck energy. I also see it in the two of air in this. And it can be for a lot of you too that there was some triggering that had gone on with your person. So there's some shadow work for a lot of you going on that's maybe keeping you stuck too. Just your ideas, things that got shattered here for you. But there's a really strong message of moving forward, and that is from the past, from your person here. What is it that you're wanting? Your deepest desires. And right below that seven of water is the 10 of water. And what's interesting here is there's a really strong message with this seven of water, seven of cups energy of kind of having your head in the clouds and really still thinking about maybe what you could have with somebody. With your person, I feel that you've arrived here for today, that it might be time for you to move on. Now, the death card is also the transformation card. So this is, don't be afraid of the death card. It's not here to worry you, I want to tell you, but it really is about moving on here. And that's coming through really, really strong, that you're feeling a little bit stuck in maybe what it is you had or what it is that you want with your person. Now, one of the beautiful things here also with this particular seven of water, and you see all these beautiful stars here, your head is a little bit in the clouds, excuse me, that's what I wanted to finish telling you. And that's actually an interesting, as some would say, sometimes a Pisces trait, which is interesting because we have the Pisces 10 of Cups right below it. And there's also a lot of family of origin energy coming through there. So I feel like for some of you, this block here, this third party was maybe a person from your family or your person's family, but it can also be deeper than that in shadow work. So it can be stuff that has happened in your past or your person's past that has triggered things that brought you to where you are now. So there is a really strong element of kind of needing to come out of the clouds here and making a choice. We see that with the seven of water. And understanding that in these stars, especially one that you're really mesmerized by, that it's maybe keeping you a little bit stuck. You're there a little bit too long. That's what I want to say. A little bit of procrastination, excuse me, going on here. A lot of wishful thinking, getting kind of lost in a dream, but not really changing anything. So there's a really strong message here for you to focus on what it is you want. And yeah, not to settle for less. Don't settle for less. And yeah, this shadow work that I see going on for some of you here, this need to make a decision. Now this, again, I feel that it's both of you because one, it's in your person's naughty corner, I want to tell you, but we also know that here And this throat chakra is really strong, by the way, Gemini, Virgo, with the Lover's card. And what I want to say about that is it can be with this Eight of Fire, that is the Eight of Wands, Sagittarius energy. It can be that there's a message coming in or more information I feel coming in. I feel like you're waiting for more information too, maybe waiting on your person, but it can be that you're needing to speak together. It can be that messages are going to be going back and forth, and that this decision is really strong for you. This is your reading, but also something between the two of you, because we see that in the three fairy, I want to say fairy sisters here, which is interesting. It's almost like the Three of Cups has come through here in your Lover's card, of course, and that's Cancer in energy, and it's a lot about soul contracts and soul family. So it can be for some of you that somebody that you really trusted too was getting involved in this partnership. But the stronger message I want to say to you is for you here in the Seven of Water is to, focus on what it is you want. And I see here what it is you want. This Ten of Water, it's the most beautiful card, really. And what's really interesting about this particular card, if you see the fairies here, there are three fairies, and they're also, again, representing the Three of Cups, the soul partnerships, the soul family here. So that's really interesting. And more, of course, with the Ten of Cups, that familial, that family type of energy here. So it does feel like there's some peace for you. I just want to tell you in your shadow work that might need to be made with those that you love around you, in particular, maybe some family here. But also there is a strong letting go of the head in the clouds type of daydreaming that I feel that you were doing. It might be time in this particular reading. I feel for a lot of you, you might be feeling like it's time to move on and reevaluate what that is for you. Now, it can be that it's with your person, but this is going to be really it would be a complete transformation. This is the Death card. Now, I feel for a lot of you, this transformation that's coming after you possibly talk, because information here with the Eight of Fire, it's coming in really fast. And it can also be that you're already receiving a lot of downloads, I want to say to you, information from your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, the fairies around you wanting to get these messages to you really quite fast, guys. And if you can see here, these falcons are also cutting through these clouds, and that is indecision. It can be a lot about indecision. The clouds can also be connected, as we know, to the divine. So I feel you already know what you want to do. You're already seeing a lot of signs and messages, but you might be physically here in this 3D world waiting for messages from your person or to talk to your person. That is really particular for those of you that might be moving on, but it's also there for those of you that might be considering not just ending and moving on to something totally new, which is very possible here with this Page of Earth with someone else. But yeah, so for some, excuse me, I'm getting in my own way, but for some of you, this is a move on completely. For others, this is a restart with your person, but it's totally new, like really just coming together, because I feel like you gave up a lot for this person and really changed in a way that went against really who you are. And that's also coming through in the Two of Air, that this is something for you to be looking at here and getting your head out of those clouds, cutting through this indecision, which we see in this Eight of Fire, and we also see it in the Two of Air, and making a decision about what it is you want to do, whether you're going to, the two of you are going to work out what was this third party here. Also, those three fairies telling me that that's the divine. That is the number of the divine, I want to tell you. And it's also about divine timing. So it is time to make a decision here, whether you are going to move on or whether you are going to make this decision together to come together. And for some of you, a new love, and it can't even be, there's two. Interesting, we don't see the Two of Pentacles here, Capricorn energy, but I am seeing that for some of you. But your person also, this is the naughty corner, as I say, and people say, what the heck is that? Well, it's just evolved over time in my readings to be a place where your person's energy can go of regret for decisions that weren't made, decisions needing to be made, making a choice here, maybe some breadcrumbing, ghosting. A lot of things comes through here, excuse me. You've come through particularly strong already here in this Two of Air. I want to tell you, it's really, actually, you've come through very, very strong here. And it does, I feel like I said, I do really feel like it's connecting to another person or other people, in particular family energy. And that's something that I do feel in this reading that is going on. There's a little side message coming through here from your guides that want me to send that through to you about making peace here with some people particular in your life, not necessarily your person, but that's also coming through clearly. Okay, guys, I'm just looking down here and feeling like I want to bring in a little bit more. I want to bring in a little bit more cards here. So I'm going to bring in another tarot deck. We're shuffled and ready to go. And it can be that some particular messages we're going to receive some clarity. It can be validation, some echoing of some cards. It can also simply be some new insight coming in here. But before we do, I want to say it just came to me also with this Death card is I do feel that you were very deeply wounded by this. And we see that here in the Five of Water as well, that this, what you gave up, I want to say, and you're really still very much thinking about the possibilities of having that. So if you are, and for those of you that are on the opposite end, that are really in here, the transformational aspect of the Death card and realizing, okay, that is, you know, I am the wounded. I want to say, if you see here, it's really hard to see. It's a wounded fox. That the fairy here, I know the death fairy has come in and was going to help transition, realizing that actually the fox was moving on to something else, to a new chapter here. So I do feel some of you are hanging on that might want to leave, that might be wanting to go here. And there's a lot of indecision between both of you. I feel your person is really indecisive and maybe coming here with a message, possibly, maybe not, but it does feel like they're not sure either, and we see that. And yeah, the guilt also comes through with your person here in that Five of Water and the regret for something that went on here. And again, for a lot of you, it is a third person, as you know, a third person, but for some of you, it's not necessarily that it's a person. It can be, excuse me, I want to say romantic affair, a third party infidelity. It is for some of you. For some of you, it's not. That third party is connected, I feel, to, yeah, also maybe to what it is that you want versus what your person wants, because I feel you changed a lot here. You really were, you clipped your wings in order to, yeah, win the love of your person, to transform here. And yeah, and then found yourself alone here. So, but you haven't really quite moved on. So there is a really strong decision that's needing to be made with you. I want to say to you, my heart just fluttered as I said that. And also between the two of you. And for those of you that may not get that clarity or conversation or message with your person, that is still up to you to make a decision for yourself here in that Two of Air energy. Also, you are part of that Lover's card too in that decision. And if that's what it's going to be, that you can't connect with your person to make that decision to go on here, then you need to make it yourself. But it is a really strong message. And I do feel here that it's going to be kind of all coming together is what I want to say to you. Okay, so let's see what wants to come in. I'm going to focus here on this energy. It can be that something comes through for it here. So let's see what's coming down here. It is the Hangman energy. It's this Pisces energy. Yeah, guys, I really feel that you are in this energy. I also feel that your person was in this energy. Now, this is not a bad place to be. And interestingly enough, this is Pisces energy. There's a lot of Pisces energy here today, even what we don't see here. I know a lot of Scorpio energy too, but I'm feeling the Pisces energy, and that's a really emotional energy. And Pisces energy is also somebody who just really gives a lot, a very nurturing energy, very emotional energy. I feel a lot of water energy here today, but in particular that Pisces energy. And this is a message for you too, to get a new perspective if you haven't already, and to nurture yourself and take care of yourself here, because we see that, we talked about that a lot. And Spirit has been sending that message through for you to really do what you need to do for yourself. Come out of your head out of the clouds and realize what it is that what you've been wishing for, this 10 of Cups, whether it's going to be with your person or not, or possibly even somebody new for some of you. And maybe there's a decision for the two of them, excuse me. I don't think that's for everybody though. I feel stronger here. It's about you making a decision whether you're going to move on. And I think a lot of you are. And whether or not you hear from your person, which I think that you might, but that's, these are not predictions. Tarot is not predictive. You have free will. Your person has free will. Everyone has free will. Okay. Let's get another card down. Look, okay, so what's interesting is I was really focusing here, and this is where I wanted to be focused when I pulled this card down. I didn't put my intent, didn't say it out loud, but it was in my mind here. And this is an echoing of the Lover's card, as we see. So it's very, very strong. Again, Gemini energy doesn't necessarily mean there are Geminis here or your person, but it can be. That can be a validation for you. But it's a validation here of this particular energy, which is there is a really strong decision, and I do feel like there is was a third party. And again, that third party can be infidelity, but it can also be, actually I want to put this here where it belongs. It can also be, as I said, representing another person. For a lot of you, that energy of family is coming through, that might be influencing somebody as well, or holding on to some old ideas due to some childhood wounding. Here, the shadow work that is going on here, and the Two of Swords, but there is a kind of a stuck energy here, guys. So I do feel whether you can get this clarity with your person and make a decision, that you need to still make a decision here. It's very clear. Your head in the clouds and that indecision coming through as you. And also with that Seven of Cups, obviously, and we see that also in the Five of Cups, the regret your person has too for having commitment issues is also coming through. And I do feel, yeah, the conflicting energy. It's like I said, also that Two of Pentacles possibly coming in from your person's side as well. That's Capricorn energy. But the main thing here is this is your reading, so I'm sending that message to you about what you need to do for yourself and coming out of those clouds a little bit and making decisions for the higher good of all, but also putting yourself first here. It feels really important, this transformational energy, whether it's going to be with your person. I don't feel that for everybody, or you. I do feel like you need more information, and I also feel like it's coming, and that's going to help unstick you. It doesn't sound right, but I know you know what I'm saying here. And this Page of Earth, again, is here to bring these seeds, look, from this apple of abundance to you. And the interesting thing is the Page of Earth is actually here in this energy isn't really supporting all the daydreaming. The Page of Earth here is saying, move forward, move forward. So that is in direct opposition of the Seven of Cups, but also coming together with the Seven of Cups and saying, okay, now pick up your scythe and let go of the star now and pick up your scythe and start doing the work. And that's also about, yeah, the shadow work, the childhood wounding that I feel coming through here. That is also really strong. And the work, and that part of that, getting what you want, that 10 of Cups is also coming through for that, picking up that scythe and letting go a little there. And making a decision, going for what you want here. This 10 of Cups, whether it's going to be with someone new or simply moving on alone or with your person. But that's a real strong message for you. I'm going to get one more. 2 came down and we're going to take them. And then we're going to move on to some oracle. We have the King of Swords coming through, and look, it did come. The 2 of Pentacles. Yeah. All right. I'm not surprised by this, guys. There's a really strong need for you to be, to get, yeah, I don't want to say just get real with yourself, but I kind of, that's coming through. Send that to you with love. But there really is a decision here. It's quite strong. And for some of you, the 2 of Pentacles, it's interesting. I kept seeing it for you. So there might be you're really just, yeah, there might be somebody else already. And also I do want to say, as much as I don't love this message in the other way, it can be for some of you too, that is your person, because it did just come through moments ago that I saw the 2 of Pentacles also for your person. That can be, that's Capricorn energy. So it can be your person, or you are a Capricorn, or it's in your chart or rising. But again, it's neither here nor there. Please remember that. I do feel like you're waiting for more information from your person, and you may or may not get it. There's a strong indication that you're going to get it, and you're both going to make this decision. But your person is also a little bit, I don't know about stuck, but they're having trouble. Well, they had trouble with commitment. We see that here, but maybe facing the truth as well. That can be something that is, yeah, that you might, like I said, that you might not get here. You may or you may not get it, excuse me. All right, I'm going to bring in a Wisdom of the Avalon. Okay, Oracle. And as I said that this fell off, look, it's the door. Look, it's a really heavy door. It's a very heavy metal door. There's not even any handles, yet it's open and this light is beaming out. That is where you're shooting for. It fell off. So let's see what it says. A cure for longing. Love is happiness, a spark inside. Live deliberately and choose boldly. Choose boldly, then you have arrived. Yeah, that 10 of Cups is there for you here. So what is it that you want? Does it need to end? Have you already ended it in your mind? Are you just waiting for more information? Or are you waiting for this information for a transformation with your person? Either way, the stuckness that's going on here in the 7 of Cups and the 2 of Swords, Spirit is literally saying, no time for that. I'm sending information for you. It can also be your person, but Spirit also is saying that. And you may have noticed things, so pay attention to signs, to your dreams, what's going on in your subconscious. Because look, that heavy door is opening now, and there is the light. And that is really largely, look, and choose boldly, then you have arrived. It's about your decision here. Okay, we're going to look at some Wisdom of the Avalon. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, and Ancestors. And this one is just sticking out. There's this one sticking out too. Yeah, we'll look at that in just a moment. Restriction, the sacred journey, markers. Interesting, restriction, so holding back, I want to say. Yeah, gosh, guys, I do feel also some of this on your person's side, but I'm not going to go, I don't know. I feel like I don't want to go that far into that right now. This feels like it's more for you, and this is you holding yourself back here. It's time to make a decision. That's what I want to tell you. That is what's coming through. This is yours, and this is yours, and then we're going to move on. I will be bringing in some more of the Divine Door cards in just a moment. The Raven. Oh, wow. Magic, coincidence, synchronistic events. Guys, are you seeing this? This 2 of Air here. These are ravens here. Interesting. Very, very interesting. These are really, well, they're the crows here. And they're in the shadow. So that can be, again, people, the shadow work here, but this fairy, hello, excuse me, that happens with the camera. So I want to talk about this because this is really, wow, talk about synchronistic. This 2 of Air is, this fairy has asked for these crows to be there, asking the fairy to be there, and because the fairy is in kind of a holding pattern. And what it's telling me again is that you're a little bit stuck. You're not really making a decision here. Something is holding you back and preventing you from moving forward. Now, I do feel that deep within you really know what it is you want to do, but you're also not completely ready to emotionally ready, I want to say, to acknowledge the truth, keeping you from making a decision, which is really interesting. That would open a door for you to new love. So look as that just fell down. This is very goosebumpy. This particular energy for you in this page of Earth today is really saying, move forward. There's possibly new love for you. Make a decision. Get your head out of the clouds. Really here. Cut through that indecision. You're stuck yourself is what I want to say to you. These ravens here, you have asked for to help you, I want to say. So they're gonna kind of keep helping you until you ask them not to. And that is you making your decision, guys, and moving forward and getting out of this holding pattern here. Now, these ravens are also protecting you, and as I said, you've asked them for it. So I do feel that we know that there's a lot of wounding and hurt here, but it just keeps coming up, the shadow work too, and the family energy. So there's a lot of stuff I feel that was triggered in this connection for you. And now the raven coming down, magic. That's about alchemizing that stuff that is holding you back, that's keeping you stuck here and indecisive, in your head in the clouds, and not moving forward toward this transformation for yourself, whether it includes your person or not the point here. This is a really strong message. And as I said, paying attention to those signs that your angels, your guardians, your fairies are sending to you. It's really super strong. Look, they're appearing again. You're holding on here. Look, the raven here has a skull that it is about to let go. That's the past. So there are some things to be let go here in your past. Again, I feel like it's you here with your inner child, guys. It does feel like it's a lot of shadow work. That can also be just what you think, letting go of the past. It can also be your person here, starting over, with your person, or not, starting over without them. But I do feel like, again, that you're holding on to it because you're waiting. I feel like you're waiting for more information, which is coming from your person, you think, but it's actually coming through already. So pay attention here to, as I said, the synchronicities in your life, guys. Repeating numbers, spirit animals, your dreams, people that are coming in and out of your life, especially the ones that are coming in and things happening to you really quickly, and you look and say, "Oh, what was that?" Or telepathic messages, when you feel like somebody is calling you and you were just thinking about them, or this vice versa, because there's a real strong connection to your soul family, also your family of origin here. And some things within you all connecting that might be holding you back. And again, look, this heavy door here, which has come through really strong in your reading, getting unstuck so the doors can open to your transformation, whatever that is going to be. And I feel like it's going to be about this 10 of Cups here, because it's clear that it's what you deeply desire. Is going to be about you letting go of some things from the past here, and making a decision, getting unstuck. If you're going to be moving forward alone or with your person or with somebody else, for some of you, there is a decision between another person. We saw it early on with the Two of Pentacles, and it has arrived. So yeah, it's a validation of that. That's not for everyone, but it is for a lot of you. And this is your last card. Anger, retaliation, jealousy, the Wasp. Okay, yeah, I feel this is really connected, weirdly enough, to this particular Lover's card that includes possibly a third party. So these are things also that might need to be let go here. Gosh, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. And yeah, things do start to get covered. That happens in my readings. Apologies. I want to go ahead and get some more cards for you. Then we're going to get just a few love messages. Honor your commitments. Be loyal to your soul's longings. This is where you will find joy. That is that 5 of water, as I talked about, the fairy who clipped her wings to become a mermaid for the love, and then found herself alone, regretting it, wishing things could be different here. It's about learning and growing from that, guys. It is your very first card coming down. It is telling me that this is something that you're going to be able to get over, but it is really bothering you. And look, honor your commitments. Be loyal to your soul's longings. This is where you'll find joy. This is that Seven of Water that we see lingering here, because we know your biggest wish is to have those 10 of Cups. But it's quite scary for those of you especially that might be really moving on here. I understand that. Or facing up to some things if you're going to have a restart, whatever that is. It's the decision here is really, really strong, and honoring yourself and your commitments. Putting yourself first, you guys. It's okay, those wings will come back. That's what I want to tell you. We see that, and the Knight of Air is saying that to you too. Coming down and saying, come on. Come on now, you're fine. And get off of there now. You've been lollygagging it long enough. Pick up your scythe here and start whacking those weeds, doing that work and making a decision about what it is that you want to do. And for a lot of you, it's very strong. It's been confirmed here and validated, this particular message, that it is with your person. This is the Lover's card coming down twice. I'm going to stop. I'm going to get another card here. Then we are going to move on. Welcome the solitude. It is time to replenish your weary soul. That is where did that go? Here it is. That is that Hangman energy. For those of you needing to go in there, really quite strong. Guys, you can come off there from that Seven of Water and pick up your scythe and breathe a little bit before and go into that Hangman, or stay there a little longer if you need to. For those of you in it already, it's not a terrible place to be. Okay, so let's move on. I will go ahead and bring in, this is what I want to bring in, my mermaid cards. Yeah, it's very strong that these need to come in for you. Recharge. There's nothing like a walk on the beach to soothe your soul. So that can or cannot be the case if you're near water, but it's not really the message. The message is about recharging. So yeah, that is about the Three of Cups, you guys. Recognizing that you might be a little bit stuck here, but you're really wanting this transformation for yourself, and get after that 10 of Water that you want and deserve. Perseverance, stay the course. I love that for you. Yeah. Gosh, guys. Okay, we're going to get one more. This is yours. Opportunity. You will prove yourself and discover if you are brave enough for rough seas. Yeah, you are. You are. I know. Come on. Get that scythe there. Start hacking away. Go for that 10 of Cups. Whether it's going to be a really complete transformation with your person, or that's you transforming your way out here. Maybe even choosing another person that's there or that will be coming in for a lot of you. Don't be afraid. It's there for you. That door, that heavy door that you haven't been able to open, that Two of Swords, you're going to come out of that. It's very strong. And that door, look at that light. It's there. It's waiting for you. Choose boldly. Choose boldly. Then you have arrived. Opportunity. You will prove yourself and discover if you are brave enough to, if you brave the rough seas. Gosh. Okay. I am tongue-tied. Where did I have this? I actually want to put it up here now. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to bring in a little bit of love messages. I'm not feeling like I want to bring in a lot, but your person is wanting to send something through here. So let's see what it is they want to say. I listened to our song on repeat. Okay, that just flipped right over. I'm getting it together so you can be mine. Okay, so that message really wanted to come through here. That Lover's card, also that Eight of Fire and that Two of Swords. That's also your person's energy here. So for some of you, wow, you might actually have a decision between your person and another person. We already know that, but it's been validated as being stronger than I realized. This is yours. There's so much left unsaid. There is. By the way, things are starting to get covered. So I do apologize. I can't really help that. I spy on you. So your person is keeping an eye on you, but you could also be sending that through. I'm just finding a way to kind of see what it is you're doing. feel a lot of that is you as well, though. Okay, this is yours. My love is for you, nobody else. Who is sending that? Is that you? I love you every day. These two as well. Believe it, I love you. That's really heavy on the I love yous. I really didn't know love until I met you. These two are yours. It's so hard not being in contact, okay? Right there with the Eight of Wands. So it's pretty clear a message can be coming through. I am so sorry. And that is why this is such a huge decision. But I see here a lot of you are really hurt. That's for everybody, that Five of Water. And that particular Five of Water, you went against something about yourself, changed yourself in a way that left you feeling really empty when this ended. So it can be that this decision that I feel that's huge. We see the Lover's card there twice, and also that the Seven of Water, the Two of Air here, and even the Two of Pentacles I kept seeing that did come into the reading, that you might be choosing between another person. You can also be choosing not necessarily another person, but choosing yourself and going on out. And whatever you need to do, you live in your power. You put yourself first. When something good happens, I immediately want to write you. This is the last. My stomach drops when I wake and realize you are still gone. Okay, I feel like I need to close that. And I will go ahead and get a few song messages here. They're shuffled and ready to go. That is way too many. Can be your song is coming down. These are both yours. Can also be a song of you and your person. And messages are always coming through a sentiment. So that can be love, regret, somebody saying, I'm sorry. More importantly, there will be things coming through for you that I cannot decipher. Can be a name, a location, just particular things that I won't even know they're coming for you. The luminaires, nobody knows. Love is deep. As the road is long and moves my feet to carry on, it beats my heart when you are gone. Now I know I have met an angel in person. Perfect, Ed Sheeran. There's two here. And all along I believed I would find you. Time has brought your heart to me. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I'll love you for 1,000 more. 1,000 years, Christina Perry. Twin Flame Soulmate energy does come through. We also already know that with the Lover's card, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that today, which is just not like me, but this reading is just, yeah, it's really gone somewhere different, I have to say to you. So those energies are here for those of you on those journeys. Hand me the world on a silver platter, and what good would it be with no one to share with? No one who truly cares for me if I ain't got you, Alicia Keys. And that's what I want to say for some of you on the twin flame journey. That's definitely not everyone. It's also validated here that your twin flame is also a soulmate. We can have many soulmates in our lifetime. Okay, I'm going to get a couple more, and then I'm closing the channel. They want that one down, and let's get the last. Here we go. Okay, so these last two, I'm not the kind to try to tell you lies, but the truth is you've been hiding from it too. Hold my heart, Sarah Bareilles. Yeah, that's the Two Lovers card coming in here, guys. There's a really big decision here in this partnership. I feel like it's even bigger for you, and the opportunity for you is bigger too. I know. Don't want to feel another touch. Don't want to start another fire. Don't want to know another kiss. No other name fallen off my lips. Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper, I'll never love again. That is the stuckness that's coming through here. I realize this is very heavy. There's a decision to be made. This throat chakra is quite strong. That is that Eight of Fire coming through. That is the message that I do feel now. Spirit has sent you a lot of messages and is sending that here too. That can possibly change everything. But that's also your person coming through. By the way, that's Sagittarius energy. And yeah, and that's breaking the indecision. That's what I want to tell you. In this particular card, those clouds there, it really is cutting through that. And yeah, things that you were thinking about, just kind of finishing things, whether it's finishing this partnership or getting out of being unstuck and moving forward here, but it really is not delaying making a decision here. So, and I feel that it's really hard because this has been a really, really deep love. You did a lot. You clipped your wings for this person. So this is not easy. I see that. Okay, I want to send down, I want to give you an affirmation card at the end of the reading today. I'm not going to be doing numbers or letters. I almost went against how I felt doing the love and song messages today, but I wanted to bring those through to you because your person really wanted them to come through. But remember, you have free will. You make a decision that is good for you, okay? For you and for the highest good of all. Trust yourself, your intuition, your gut instincts. Those are your guardian angels. So if you are on that journey heading out, you know, don't let these love messages keep you stuck is what I want to say, because they wanted to come through, but I also feel the need to tell you that. Okay, let's bring in an affirmation card and we'll end your reading 1. True manifesting is about receiving what is of the highest good for all. It's just what we talked about. Reading 1, you have a big decision to make. I wish you well. Thank you very much for being here. Take really good care of yourselves, okay? I'll see you at your next reading. Aho. Hello, beautiful souls. Hello, reading 2. Welcome to your reading. We're shuffled and ready to go. So we're going to begin by getting your overall energy card. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Can you please guide whoever has arrived here today, seeking guidance in regard to the person and the connection they have arrived here for? Aho. Here is your overall energy card, and it is the Queen of Cups, Cancerian energy, healing energy. So let's see what is going on here. Reading 2. Can you bring down? Well, wow, that was interesting. This one was coming out and it went away. So that's how that goes. This might actually be it. Wow, we have Grim Alkin. Okay, guys, I'll tell you about it in a moment. That is this deck, and that is a really particular card. We also have the Hermit energy right here in your partnership placement. Of course, that is Virgo energy. This is yours as well. We have the 10 of Cups reading 2. I always forget how big these cards are, so let me just make a little bit of room for you. Okay, also they're wanting to come and show themselves upright, which is not always the case. The 7 of Pentacles, let me put that here. Okay, Taurus energy coming through. Yeah, it's a little precarious, isn't it? Let's get the rest of your reading. The King of Wands coming right below Grim Alkin. Interesting. Sagittarius energy. The Page of Pentacles in the partnership placement right below the Hermit card. Reading 1. That was the overall energy, the Page of Earth. 7 of Wands coming through. Okay, guys, Leo energy. Is that yours? That's yours as well. The Judgment card coming down right below the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, I want to let you know that, of course, I have a lot of decks surrounding me. They are not fitting on the table with these rather large cards, but should we want some clarity, a validation of a particular reading, or simply to bring in some new insight, I will be bringing in tarot. So we'll see also oracle cards, and of course the Tarot Closet channeled love messages and channeled song messages should I feel that I want to bring them in. And I say that because, yeah, I don't always feel that. Reading 1, they did in fact come down. If you want to, if you feel drawn to reading 1 as well, we'll see what is going on here. The Grim Alkin. The Grim Alkin is your very first card in your very first placement. with the King of Wands right below it. Now, what I want to tell you about the Grim Alkin, excuse me, I'm already feeling a lot actually of throat chakra going on here. A blockage is what I'm feeling. I want you to know. Gemini, Virgo energy coming through is also this Queen of Cups. There is a lot of healing going on right now. Now, this is also telling me that it can be that there is somebody in your life, or you're needing somebody in your life. That can also be you. I want to tell you, this Queen of Cups, this Grim Alkin cat here is really about you needing healing. And it really is partnered here with the Queen of Cups, which is your overall energy. And interesting, right below it is the King of Wands, which is about really just being fearless and bold and taking really decisive action here. Just kind of this unstoppable kind of energy, I want to say, as you can see with the kitty here, going after the bird on the wand. Now, I do feel that you're in really in deep healing mode, or you're really in need of deep healing. Queen of Cups, of course, Cancer and energy here, pure love, compassion, really trusting your own emotions, guys, and your intuition. That is coming through so strongly. Now, before I really dive into what's going on here, I want to say a lot of you, if not everybody here in this reading today, is very empathic. That's also coming through here in the Ten of Cups and really in your entire reading. I feel that you have been spending a lot of time taking care of others, and that is still your calling. I do feel that it's your calling, but I also feel with your empathy that you've taken on things that also are not yours. Now, here in direct relation to your partnership, I do feel like it's really time for you to make a decision, guys. Just being bold. I feel that you have been so, as we see here with the Hermit card, Virgo energy, it really is time for you to make time for yourself now and to really go inward. And I feel that you're lonely for your person and also just feeling a sense of loneliness. That's also a really strong message coming through for you that you're not. That's what I want to tell you. Being at one with that loneliness and realizing that you're alone, but that is a very different feeling. And that is what Spirit is trying to send to you, because I feel you're looking for answers with your person. Now, the Ten of Cups is quite a beautiful card here, but it's also really coming through very strongly for you to find some peace, find a place where you are feeling some peace to make some decisions. And it really is a direct connection here to the Hermit card, as you can see, and as we know with the Hermit card. And it is here right in your partnership placement, and coming right below that, interestingly enough, is the Page of Pentacles. This is really about manifesting that love that you want, that abundance that, well, love is your birthright, as they say. You see this cat here, sees this shiny pentacle in a tree. I really feel for you that this is new love coming. Now, can this be your person? It can be, but there's also a really strong message here, in particular with that kitty, to trust your instincts, that something is going to be coming for you when you are ready. It really is a gift for you to know that you are in control of your fate, to transform and really just dream what it is you've been manifesting into reality. Now, when I talk about that, I'm talking about free will, and that is free will meeting with choices, meeting with your fate and your destiny, meeting with free will and choices, and those coming together, and knowing what you can control and letting go of what you can't. I feel most of you are here in this Hermit energy in regard to your person. And if not, it is a really strong message to go into there, guys. To go inward. It's very strong, actually, also coming through here with that Grim Alkin. It's really about, and I know it's going to sound kind of funny, but it's kind of well, it's about taking ownership of who you are and what it is you want and what has happened to you and taking control. I see that here that a lot of you have in the Seven of Wands. We'll talk a little bit more about that, but that's also coming through with the Judgment card. So I do feel some of you might be kind of living in the past, but not moving, just kind of a little bit like reading one in some ways, not completely. But this is also the Grimalkin coming down here is sort of this matriarchal energy. Now, it can be in here in relation to the Queen of Cups. Also, the Grimalkin appearing, this your overall energy, the Grimalkin being your first card, that there is somebody in your life that is there now, or somebody that you need to access that is of a matriarch type of energy, I want to say. And I talk about energy, there's no gender here, but that's also a lot about you tapping into that wisdom of the matriarch, I want to say, in order to allow yourself the healing, because that is what the Grimalkin is here offering you, really is the healing that you're so desperately needing. And that's also about seeing things for how they are, coming a little bit out of that daydreaming here. And with that Queen of Cups, we see there that that healing is very much needed. A lot of you know that you're here, a lot of you may not. And the Queen of Cups really partnering up here with the Hermit card to go in here in that Hermit energy, Virgo energy. By the way, when I talk about zodiac energy, it can be you, your person, your rising, and your chart, but it's also simply about the energy, so don't worry if you're not hearing that. But I do hear you wanting answers, not just from your person, but what some of I feel like maybe the cycles that are going on for you in terms of the person that, or the type of person that you're attracting. I do feel that you're looking for answers here. You're really wanting guidance, and I want you to know that it is here, and that truth that you're seeking is also within you. And the Queen of Cups and the Hermit card are really partners here, and in particular in your reading today. And the Grimalkin really validating that, guys, as well as the King of Wands about being fearless, really, and just going for what it is that you want, because the search for the truth is really going to begin within. So it is this really strong message for a lot of you that this is a good time for you to kind of step away from technology. I know I'm telling you that in a tarot reading on YouTube. Remember, this is not advice. I'm not, it's really you tapping into your inner self, your inner guide, your intuition. I'm simply guiding you to that, to what you already know to be true, or that you might be seeking what is that truth, but it is within you to find. That's what I want to tell you. And that Hermit card energy of, it's just really, I'm getting this really strong feeling that it's, some of you have already done that. And in particular, it's you know, the summer months now, and it is a time where a lot of people disconnect. So some of you are already there, but some of you really need that there. And I'm talking about a little bit of solitude. Now, I realize it might be hard. We also see with the Ten of Cups, some of you might actually be with family now, as well as your person here, because we'll talk about them in a minute. They are here as well, but this is a really strong reading for you. A time for you, to take a break, guys, and that can mean turning off these electronics here, because your senses are very heightened, both in the Hermit energy and the Queen of Cups energy. I feel that you're really connected here to your psychic abilities that you may not even realize. We all have them. I want to tell you that. It's about cultivating them, your psychic abilities. It's a really strong time for you. The answers are there. So I do want to send that message through about just being receptive to, well, the wisdom of your higher self, guys, and just going into that Hermit energy, or if you're already there, just being clear about your intentions. What is it that you want? Because when you're ready for that, when you've put that out there, your intentions into the universe, into manifesting that, this light will show you, look, here, you will get the answers that you need. And this Page of Pentacles, I feel a lot of you, this is about new love. Now, this can also be about starting over with your person. We'll see that. We'll get into that in a moment. It's going to be different for everybody, but we see here with this tree, and we see those really deep roots. So I do feel here that you're really seeking something very grounded, and it can also be for some of you that Six of Cups energy is coming through Scorpio, that there is a really deep connection with your person in that way. We see that in the Ten of Cups as well. And I want to talk a little bit about the Ten of Cups here. As I said, it's coming through very strongly in that Hermit energy and the Grimalkin and the Queen of Cups. Look at how they're all coming together. And I want to tell you too, there's 4 here that are connecting. These particular 4 cards that are connecting here. And 4 is a number of stability and support. And that's in all aspects: emotional, physical, spiritual, and mental. So there is a really strong message here for you of rebalancing. And yes, that can include being around friends and family, your people, I want to say here, because it's very strong that your psychic abilities are quite heightened right now. Now, this is also a message for you that there is happiness, Pisces energy, by the way, happiness if you let it in. If you see here, these kittens under the rainbow are not scared. They're really, you know, a little bit of fear there. You can see that, but they're looking up. They're right below the rainbow here. And this is, of course, the Ten of Cups, you guys. And it's considered the bliss card. That's what I want to say to you. So this is super strong about you finding a space, whether it's physical, which we see here, or mental, emotional, and spiritual. And that's what I want to say to you, of peace, so that you can really think about what it is that you want here. I feel like it's this new love, but this can also be a new start with your person, which is also coming through in that Ten of Cups here. But I want to tell you also, when I talk about family, it's not just family of origin. That's also your soul tribe, your soul family, but a place physically, but also spiritually, emotionally, mentally, that you feel nurtured and supported. So this is a really strong message to seek situations that really fill your soul, guys. And because I see that here for you, it's quite strong, guys, with this Page of Pentacles, yeah, and this Ten of Cups, that it's waiting for you. But now it's there for you. But I also want to say there is a strong need to heal, because I feel this reading is a very particular reading for empaths. And one of the things that you do is you pick up on everyone else's feelings and might sometimes take them as your own, because there is a really strong message here, or call here for you to also do that work. So a lot of you are in the spiritual realm looking into, maybe it's a hobby, maybe it's a job, maybe it's music, art, creativity, maybe even therapy through words, but something here where you are healing others. But in order for you to practice that and do that in a way that doesn't deplete you, you need to heal yourself here. And I feel with your person, and we're going to talk about that here, this is what I call the naughty corner. If you have ever watched my readings, and you might be saying, what the heck is a naughty corner? What do you mean by that? It's where your person's energy can go, telling us of some breadcrumbing or ghosting, or maybe there were some indecision, that sort of thing going on. Now we have the Seven of Pentacles, interestingly, they're Taurus energy. Your person, I do feel that the work into the partnership was not really a balance. That's the other thing that comes through here. And interestingly enough, it's support and stability here in this energy here. And then here's your person, also able to look at that here in the past. That is also that 7 coming through in you, and having some epiphanies and realizing that. And we see that here also with the Judgment card. Now you're both here. We will talk about it in just a moment, but this is also your person, as we are on your person right now, about taking ownership for what they did and what they didn't do here. And it's just really very, very strong here in this 7 of Pentacles. They're really thinking about where they want to go as well. They're a little bit conflicted here, and a lot of that is based on some of the things that they might be having a little bit of a hard time owning. And that's what's really interesting, is the Judgment card being right below it, because it really is about taking ownership of that and apologizing and admitting what went wrong or what was done, because this is about the past, and it's about that past being here now. So I do feel your person is thinking a lot about that as well, about what it is they want. And again, I do feel they're a little conflicted here, and a little bit of fear is coming through, because this Judgment card is really coming down saying, hey, you've got to own this. What has happened here? Acknowledge where things need to be better and make some hard decisions. And I do feel that your person is sort of on the outside in some ways, like here, this kitty right here in the middle, excuse me, this throat chakra is really quite strong. Yeah, but this I feel is your person's energy here. And look, you see the little messengers. This is the Judgment energy saying, come on, wake up here. What is it that you're going to do here? You're leaving your person. Your person is really, I feel that you're also, that's what I want to tell you, you're really in a transformation right now. You may not even realize it. It's not always, that's not always something we're aware of right away. A lot of you are, some of you are not, but this is really, you're both here, by the way. I think you've already had a wake-up call, or you're in it now. That's what I feel for you. But your person is still here, kind of bewildered, a little bit scared, not really sure here. Look, and saying, just own those past mistakes, you guys. Get your ego out of the way here. Get some clarity. Offer some clarity to your person. And if you want this with your person here, looking at the Seven of Pentacles, contemplating, look, whether or not, look, that Pentacles being carried up into the Sun, which is a new beginning, which is the end of a cycle. It's a new cycle here. Contemplating that a lot. They're thinking a lot about the things that happened in the past and where you are now. They're afraid. But this is here, and I do feel like they're going into that energy. Now, going back to you also, you're very much here. This is the Judgment card, and this is also, when it's for both of you, is about forgiveness. Now, one of the things that also does come through, and this also came through for reading one, is there are some things going on for both of you that have to do with your inner child and your shadow work and things from your very different lives that you have both lived. You're coming from two different places. So there is a lot of work going on. I do feel that you're a lot deeper into it here. Your person is just kind of getting their bearings, I want to say. Just look here, and that's what's interesting. Look at the cat that is here in the Seven of Pentacles, looking at that, trying to decide what it is that just conflicted here. What do they want? And what can they give? Can they give you what you want? They're thinking a lot about that, and they know that that was not the case here. Is this going to be them coming in, this Page of Pentacles, offering something new, or something new really close to your door, and they're nervous? Maybe they feel that here. It could be some things have come through in social media and whatnot. But it's the same kitty over here in the Judgment card. Look, looking to the side, saying, I don't really know here. And look, there's the black and the white. There, guys, the duality, the yin-yang energy here. It's super strong. It's not a balanced energy. I don't feel that at all. But I do feel your person is trying to get into that and trying to decide. And that's going to be their journey. I want to say that to you because I'm really way more focused on you here. Also, I want to talk about that Seven of Wands. Just standing up for yourself here. Just having really strong convictions, guys. And I do feel that there is some ego going on with you guys in this partnership. There is a battle of that. And I feel that there is some energy of you feeling like you're right, and you may well be. That may very well be, and I see that here, and this is not a terrible place to be if you are really strong in your convictions, but I feel your person is challenging that I do feel they're a little bit afraid of that confrontation. There is an ego here going on and battle, but there is something here that you are holding on to. But this wake up energy, again, it really is both of you, and that comes through really strong, and it is about forgiveness as well. That is coming through really strong. So if if this Page of Pentacles is your person, boy, the two of you need to have some big conversations and get some clarity here and a lot of forgiveness and being clear about what it is you want to and the path that you're going here and what exactly went on in this partnership, that the Queen of Cups is here as the overall energy, this Cancerian energy. And, you know, this is the overall energy. So your person is there too. And I do feel that they are trying to go inward also here into that Hermit card energy. And they are conflicted and thinking about things. And as you can see, I just don't know what kind of move is being made right now. But as you know with the Judgment card, and as we see that there is a decision, are you going to forgive each other and forgive here? For you, there's something in particular that you need your person to own, because the taking ownership of what has happened is just really super strong here. And you're going to need that, but both of you forgiving each other is coming through really strong, and trusting yourself here in this journey, your intuition, and making a decision together, because this is your person's energy is strong here. We see it, but you're also both here about needing to make this decision. And I do feel with this Page of Pentacles reading to, I always feel funny calling you a reading, reading to, that there is abundance coming your way and new love here, guys, with this Page of Pentacles. This is about what you've been manifesting, what it is that you want. And it really is coming to you, but I want to say to you, are you ready? You know, because this is fate and destiny, but it's also about free will and decisions and being able to transform that, manifesting what you've been dreaming into a reality here, guys. It's like daydreaming coming to fruition is what I want to say. So is that going to be with your person? Maybe. Very, very much a maybe. And we do see that 10 of Cups there. It came down in a different way for you today, but that also is a beautiful cup. That is a cup, cup too, 10 cups. The bliss here, and we see with that rainbow, the hope as well. And we also see again with those kittens, the baby cats, that the potential, that the 10, that new beginning here as well. So it's really highly, there's a really good, I want to say infinite possibilities, and I do not see any starfish here, but that just popped in, and that can be connecting to that clamshell. Perhaps there is here, because look, there is that transformation right there in that butterfly, perhaps right below. Look, we see the love in the lotus flower and that crab. So that's what I wanted to say to you. Perhaps under the crab there's a starfish, or perhaps behind that clamshell there's a starfish, because there's the sun. And that is again that new beginning here, which we also see. Where did we see that? That was here in that 7 of Pentacles. Your person contemplating that. Also you, but that's another whole story. We've already really gone into that. But it can be that that starfish that I keep being shown for the possibilities here is right behind there. Look, and that butterfly lingering around it. It's clear that there is love here, but I do feel a really deep emotional healing going on here, and a really strong message to make a decision. And again, it can be that it's going to be with your person. The forgiveness for sure, regardless. Okay, I want to tell you that with the Judgment card is coming through, and that is your person needing to take ownership for some mistakes that they made here, and we see that you're not letting them go. But also it takes two. There is ego here between the two of you, so there's something. Also, there's forgiveness on both ends. I do feel there's something a little more here that you're holding on to in that 7 of Wands that needs to be worked out if you're going to have this transformation, which we see here. And look, the little bees here, it's getting busy. Those bees also are quite busy bees. That sounded really silly, but carrying those wands away here, which is what is necessary. That's the energy of love. It's very passionate. It is the relationship, but it is about the past, and it is about the self-defensiveness, because you're holding your ground, and I understand that. So it does need to be addressed 100% here. Look at that coming down. We see that here also in the 7 of Pentacles. Your person is thinking about it, and you're not, I feel, going to be transforming here unless this is dealt with. And then those little bees can carry those wands out of the way. You guys can both be in this judgment energy of forgiveness and accepting each other also for where you're coming from, because you both, I feel really strong differences here. It's not going to be for everybody, but it's quite strong. So I do feel that that is coming through. So whether or not you're going to be forgiving each other to come back together, or you're going to be forgiving each other so that new love can come in, it's a beautiful, I want to say, prediction, but you know, tarot is not predictive. This is not a prediction. You have free will. Your person has free will. Everyone does. Energies, outcomes change. It's about your free will, your choices. And yeah, you are, it's really strong here, guys. As I said, you are in control to some extent, again, with your fate and your destiny, because it does meet with that free will and the choices, controlling what you can, letting go of what you can't. Okay, you guys, so I don't feel I want to bring in any more tarot, actually. I feel pretty much that I'm not going to do that, but I am going to bring in some of these little cards here. And this was falling off as I did that, so I want to show you. Look, it's right in the tree, and it's the lantern lighting up in there. I think that somebody might have, somebody, is that you? All right, it's a lot of you. If you're not already going into that, you're figuring it out. But that Hermit card energy, as we talked about, your senses are really heightened right now. It's so strong with the Queen of Cups and even the Grim Alkin, that tapping into that wisdom of the matriarch, I want to say. But look, taking that lantern in, having gone in here from the Hermit card, look, and gone in. Let's see what's going on in this card, and seeking that truth about what it is you want. Fly, flee, free. I receive messages from nature easily. Yeah, that is that truth seeking. They do belong together. Isn't that interesting? But yeah, that came through very, very strong. So some of you are figuring that out now. You may have heard from your person, or you simply have made a decision about what it is that you want to do. But I want to say to you, it's coming through really strong from Spirit for forgiveness. Actually, I want to put it above. That forgiveness is really needed on both sides. And forgiveness, remember, it's not just about another person. Really, it's for ourselves, because that can hold us back and make us physically ill. There are things that can go on when we can't forgive somebody. It's a huge weight lifted, is what I want to tell you. And that 4 here that I'm seeing in this healing energy, again, the areas of stability and support are mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual. So that forgiveness too might allow you to let go of this, so that these little bees can get busy. You can say, okay, move them away now. Stay, butterfly, for this transformation for yourself. Again, whether it's with your person or allow new love to come in. But that forgiveness is going to be a really big weight either way. And the time has come here, that decision here in the Judgment card. Spirit is sending that real directly to you to make that decision now, okay? And I do feel here with that lotus flower, that change, that it is also really in relation to your person here, this love. Okay, this card is calling out to me. I'm going to take it. I don't know why, but it just is. So it's yours. I am made from the stuff of stars. I matter. I love that. That's that message wanted to be here for you. Okay. Yeah. And let's channel some more. Then we're going to look at another deck here. Look, it's the Grim Alkin. Oh gosh, guys, this deck has nothing to do with this deck. They're not related, but look, that is the Grim Alkin coming through here. Wow. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. This is very goosebumpy. The Grim Alkin too is not just about maybe another person coming in here, guys. It can represent an older woman, but it can also represent the energy, excuse me, that matriarchal energy, as I said, having the patience and just trusting your intuition, stepping back, and yeah, just allowing others also to make their mistakes. And I don't mean that it's okay that, you know, if they're hurting you, but forgiveness. It's coming through really strong. And what's also coming through strong here, look, is that Grim Alkin, that matriarchal energy, also along with child. Very frustrating when that happens. Excuse me. The camera just ended. Again, that matriarchal energy that Grimalkin is coming through here in this card and this child, it's telling me there is a lot of inner child work going on with you right now, or needing to be here. And yeah, working together with your inner child. That matriarchal energy, maybe the older you, maybe you're, again, it's not gender, please remember that, and it's not even age, it's about the energy here. And we're seeing that come through, working in together here. It's co-creating with spirit, with your inner child, your twin. And I'm not talking twin flames, I'm talking you. Twin flame energy here, yeah, that's another whole thing. Soulmate energy, yes, of course. But that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about you and doing this healing and really deciding what it is that you want, and forgiving and trusting that, trusting your intuition. It's a really sensitive time for you. Wow, what is this actually saying? I'm kind and can show others kindness. Yeah, that's the forgiveness. Oh gosh, you guys, okay. And forgiving yourself. I want to tell you that, okay? And that is that shadow work that is coming through here. Yeah, but the forgiveness is real strong. I'm going to keep it here like this so that you can see. I'm going to put it here with the Grimalkin. Okay, so let's see what, well, how, that's interesting. Okay, no, I was, yeah, this was falling off, and look, I'm wondering if it's going with the Ten of Cups, but let's see what is happening under here. Magic happens at all times of the year. I really love this for you. And yeah, it's exactly what you say. I don't really feel like I need to say anything, but I am going to put it here with the Ten of Cups. This is so much also about, I want to tell you to your spiritual path. As I said, for a lot of you, your spiritual path is with working with other people. It's quite strong, and I do feel that this is a reading for empaths, I have to say to you. So if you are here and you're resonating, you are most likely an empath. Many people are and maybe don't realize it. There's lots of information out there too if you're wanting to learn more. Okay, I'm going to get one more, and here it is. Look at all these bottles here in the divine. What's going on? I can create magic anytime I wish. There's some more of that alchemy. Yeah, I love that for you. And look, there's 5 there. That is the number of change and coming out of conflict. So I do feel you're on the right path. That is a message for you. And I'm going to, today I'm going to keep the messages here. I don't know if you can see them. You might have to like take a screenshot and zoom in or something here, but sometimes I like to show the pictures. Today I want to do that. Okay, I'm going to get some, I actually want to get some infinity cards today. I'm really feeling that. And then I'll get some love messages, okay? I don't always feel that, but I do feel it today. I feel like your person is wanting to send some through. Yeah, look, so definitely telepathic messages are coming through with your person. So between the two of you, and I want to tell you, telepathy is very strongly connected to empathy, guys, feeling another person's feelings and feeling that energy and knowing without realizing, just that knowing of sending a message to someone. So your person, I do feel between the two of you, there's a lot of energy being exchanged, a lot of telepathic energy of you, your person, and you both feeling like there's certain things that you need. You may or may not know that they're happening. We're all telepathic. We're all telepathic, but we don't always know. Sometimes we're also better at sending or better at receiving, or we can be good at both. But as we talked about your person here wanting to send messages, the telepathy card came down. So that is definitely going on. So pay attention to those dreams. And when you get those goosebumps and those synchronicities happen and, okay, whoops, and you're seeing some, it's on the floor. I'm going to get it here in a minute. You're seeing some of the same animals or repeating angel numbers. Let me go get that card. Okay, so union has come down here. Guys, it can be, and putting it here with the Ten of Cups, That's a real particular message too for those of you on a twin flame journey. But if you're not, don't worry, let that go. This is for everybody here, and it does look very, well, I want to say likely there for some of you that this is coming back together. But we already talked about all the stuff that's needed here, and in particular that forgiveness and your person owning up to something here, and you being able to forgive that and then forgiving each other ultimately. I know it's not going to be for everyone, because for some of you, this new love might be your person coming in, a total new transformation here, but it can also be somebody new. So it's going to be different for everyone, but because look, we see that in the Queen of Cups. You got your eyes on the love there. You see that in the Dove, guys. We see the transformation for you happening now. We see that lotus flower right there with that cup here. Interestingly enough. Okay, let's get another card, and then we're going to move on. Future. Okay, so yeah, this is all coming over here. Look, union, future, telepathy. I do feel that your person here, as we talked about with that Seven of Pentacles, this really just thinking about the future, that is what we talked about, is your person thinking about, can they offer you what it is you want? And also, is that what you want anymore? That's something that you need to decide here in this Judgment energy, and as you're in this healing energy. And also in that Hermit card, look, that took that lantern and went into that beautiful tree of life here, went inside there and just really decided, what is it? Is this still what I want as well? Do I want union? Where is my future going to lie? Okay, I'm going to bring in some love messages. And what just happened here? Okay, these song messages just fell off. 3 is the most I'll take. So we will look at these. I'm going to set them aside for now. And I'm going to continue on with some love messages direct to you from your person. If you feel you're sending them, can you hear me whisper your name? There's a lot of, yeah, I feel the energy connecting the two of you is quite strong. These are also yours. Look, it's that 3 again. And the middle card will tell me, I feel like my chest will burst open. Things are going to start getting covered. I apologize. We met for a reason. That is serendipity. So much regret. So that your person's regret is coming through here. Again, the Seven of Pentacles in the Judgment card, it really is about them owning up to these past mistakes. And can they? They're a little bit afraid here. Look, with that Judgment card, there's a lot of regret. They're wondering also for that forgiveness that comes through. Can they be forgiven, and will you forgive them? I trust that the universe will bring us together. Look, the King of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. Interesting placement. I miss you. I think that might be you, but also your person. Do you miss me the way I miss you? Okay. Who's having this conversation? I miss you. Do you miss me the way I miss you? I don't think this has ever happened. This is a real particular message coming through. Okay, I'm putting that there. That was sticky. I dream about a future with you. Okay, so there we go. Yeah. Guys, so your person is thinking about that. We see that in the Seven of Pentacles. They're having a hard time owning up to some mistakes here and thinking about what that future means. The question is, are you still there? Is it what you want? Because that's coming through quite strong. And it can be coming through in these telepathic messages that you may or may not realize that you're receiving, that are appearing, and also can be coming in the way of repeating numbers, messages coming through those in your dreams here. And let's see if a message, excuse me, is coming in. Serendipity, again, look, we met for a reason. Wow, guys. Yeah, and it can be for some of you that is about the healing. I'm not going to go into a twin flame journey, but for those of you that are twin flames, that is there for you. But yeah, we meet people for a reason. That's fate and destiny. It's the red thread of fate. This is a fated connection. And fated connections can come back and come back. They can also connect us to other places. We can stay connected and they'll still take us somewhere else, to other people and places. So it's quite strong here. I do feel there's something to be worked out in this connection. And even if that's just forgiveness, which in turn is going to translate into some of the shadow work that I feel going on here about your past, the lives you lived, your family energy, your childhood, your inner work, I want to say your shadow work. That forgiveness that you offer each other will release a lot in your life in general. That's what I want to say to you. It's all my fault. Okay, they're sending that down. Again, that Seven of Pentacles and that Judgment card together is about owning that. It really is about them owning that what they did here. It's all my fault. That Seven of Wands. So they're sending that through. What we need is that to come through in real life, we would say. Meeting you was the best thing that ever happened to me in my life. And I'm forever thankful to the universe for that. Okay, this is the last card coming down. And I'm going to get a few song messages, the ones that came down, and we'll see if we want to channel more. The deck chose itself today, so I'm going to bring it in here and we'll see if more want to come down. This is the Love Song Messages deck. But let's read this last card. This one just came off. I'm building up the strength and courage to contact you. Okay, so it is the case that there is a message possibly coming through here. Could have already happened too. Just take care of yourself, be gentle, because I feel you're really in a sensitive time right now. And again, doing some inner work here, some shadow work. It's really strong. If not, feels very needed for you. Reading two, I want to say to you, okay? I'm not going to go back into the Grimalkin and this beautiful card depicting the Grimalkin and a child, that inner child in you. You are a team here. So some of you are already in it. Some of you need to go in it. So be careful. This message is coming through. I'm going to read this song message first. It can be your song is coming down, you and your person's song of relevance to you. There are always sentiments behind a song, regret, longing, lots of different things, but also messages that I cannot decipher that will come through maybe in a name or a location or one word, that sort of thing. So watch for that, because I do feel you're highly psychic right now. You may not even realize it, extremely intuitive empath who is going to pick up on things, not just here in this card or this reading today, but in your life in general. Paying attention to those synchronicities, it's quite strong. And signs that are being sent to you about things for your healing and for this partnership. Forgiveness. Wah, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch, a long, lonely time. Time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. The Righteous Brothers, Unchained Melody. Okay, so a couple of things I want to touch base with quickly is that difference between being lonely, being alone and lonely. So you remember that. I don't feel that you are. Also tapping into that soul family, the soul tribe, maybe your family of origin. Some peace possibly needing to be made, but we won't go into that today. And your friends, so that's also coming through. And I also feel that your person is asking that, are you still mine? Because we see they're looking at what has gone on, what they know they need to apologize for. And there's still that ego there. They're not quite in that Judgment card energy yet. They're there, but they're not there, if you know what I mean. So they're not totally owning it yet, I feel, which is going to be very necessary. And I do feel a little bit of that fear. They're wondering if you're going to still be there. Okay, we're going to look at these three now that came down, that chose the deck. And I do look at the middle first. And I can't fight this feeling anymore. I've forgotten what I started fighting for. It's time to bring this ship into the shore and throw away the oars forever. Can't fight this feeling. REO Speedwagon. Okay, yeah, they're in there in that Judgment card, and they're here in that Seven of Pentacles, figuring out their future. Here, they're dreaming about that future with you, of how they can come to you. I feel they're afraid here, guys, whether they can give you what you need. And some of these mistakes that they've made, something I feel in particular that you're holding on to, has made them really look a lot at their life as well. Okay, things that they maybe weren't ready to look at. They're being forced to look at, and they're not really liking it. But they might be giving in to that, which is their journey. Oh, 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 I'm on fire. Oh, 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 I'm on fire. Oh, 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 I'm on fire. I'm on fire, Bruce Springsteen. Interesting. That is that King of Wands energy, which is really about being fearless and bold. And it's about being able to take decisive action, guys. Wow. This particular energy, this king knows what he wants and will do what it takes to get it, really. So, wow, I do feel that is a message here coming through, and it kind of is about when the idea strikes, I want to say. So it can be that your person is going to be kind of rushing in here. That can also be you. That you're also in that King of Wands energy. We know that, but it comes through quite strong for your person. That might be happening for some of you with that message that we see here. Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could have. And maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I could have. Willie Nelson always on my mind. Okay, I'm putting it over here. But that's really clearly messages that your person is sending here. Knowing what they did wrong, not totally being able to own it, wanting to. And they may just own it and go, boom, okay, I'm in, I see it, I'm coming, I'm clear. I'm going to make this decision. Because the King of Wands here is saying make that decision. Also connecting here with that I'm on fire, Bruce Springsteen energy. There's two here. We're going to close that. And then I'm not going to do numbers and letters today. I will bring an affirmation card in. Now there's a wall between us. Something there's been lost. I took too much for granted. I got my signals crossed. Shelter from the storm, Bob Dylan. Yeah, wow. It's your person's energy there. They're worried about that. And yeah, I see for some of you, you might just keep going here into that 10 of Cups, into something different. That Page of Pentacles, it's really going to be different for everybody. Someday when we meet up yonder, we'll stroll hand in hand again. Blue eyes crying in the rain, Willie Nelson. Okay. Reading 2, I'm going to bring in a Super Attractor card. I've been very drawn to these lately. They are shuffled and ready to go. And that is yours. When I'm patient, I let the universe do for me what I cannot do for myself. Wow, guys. Okay, that's a very powerful statement. I'm going to leave it for you so that you can sit in it and meditate on this particular message, because it's going to come to you in different ways. But the stars, look at that. The wreath going around here. Is that the moon? That's for you, reading 2. It's my honor to channel for you. I wish you love, light, all things good. I'll see you at reading 1 or 3, or I'll see you at your next reading. Bye. Hello, beautiful souls. Hello, reading 3. Welcome to your reading. We're shuffled and ready to go. I chose for you, reading 3, Opalite, Cancer, Libra energy coming through right away. But that can be your person, can or cannot, excuse me, or you. Doesn't necessarily mean that. It is the energy. And what is coming through here is communication. So let's see what is going on in your reading. We're going to begin by getting the overall energy. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Can you please guide whoever has arrived here today in regard to their person and the connection they have arrived here for? Aho. There we go. That is your overall energy. And it is the Ace of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy coming through. All right. Wow. 3 is the most I will take. These flew out together, and this one is here dangling. Wanted to fly with it, but my hand stopped it. We have the Star card, Aquarius energy. That is your first card of the reading coming down here. All right, and the second is the 4 of Wands, Aries energy. Gosh, you guys, you're reading already here. And let's see that third card that was dangling. It is the 8 of Cups, Cancer and energy coming through, or Pisces, excuse me. Let's get the rest of your reading. This is also coming right with it. All right, we have the 4 of Swords here in your person's Naughty corner. I know you're wondering what that is. I'll tell you in just a moment. But Libra energy coming through there. We also have the Four of Cups, Cancer and energy right below the Star card. Interesting. Interesting reading. Gosh. Okay. We have the Four of Pentacles coming right below the Four of Wands. A lot of fours here, guys. Are you seeing this? Four of Wands, Four of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Four of Cups. They're all here. They're all here. Four is a number of support and stability. It's emotional, physical, spiritual, mental. It's everything. So, wow. And we're going to get into that. But that is, wow, guys. What is going on here in your reading? The Seven of Pentacles as well. And look, this one is just poking out from the side, wanting to be in. It is the Page of Wands. Okay, we're going to fix things so that you can see them. Don't worry. I will move things up a little bit here. I'm going to put your deck down and let you know that I have a lot of cards surrounding me. So I have more tarot should we want to do any clarifying or validate a reading or simply bring in some new insight. Can you see that? I'm not sure if you can see that. I'm going to move this up. Well, these cards are quite big. I always forget. I think you can see that now. Okay. And also oracle cards. There are a lot of oracle cards around, shuffled and ready to go. And I'll see where I'm drawn when the time comes. Angel cards, Lenormand cards. And of course, the Tarot Closet channeled love messages and channeled song messages. And that will really be dependent on how I feel, where I feel drawn. The Star card energy is in your very first placement. Now, in your first placement, it can be all your energy, it can also be your person. But before I talk about that, I just want to remind you, when I'm talking about zodiac energy, it can be that yes, you're an Aquarius, your person is an Aquarius, or even here as we see with the Four of Cups, a Cancer, but that's not always the case. It really is a lot about the energy behind that zodiac. So don't worry, again, if you don't hear your person's energy. I want to begin though by talking about the Star card. This is Aquarius energy. Now, this is coming to an 8, which is a very lucky number. Also a number of, I want to say, accomplishing something. There is a really strong message here for you to find some peace. And what do I mean by that? Well, this is really a powerful and a protective energy for you to be in now. Some of you are in there. Some of you are really needing to get in there. That light, letting that illuminate your strengths so things can shift for you. I do feel like we see here as we look down at your reading, right below that is the Four of Cups, that Cancer and energy. So I do feel that you have been really kind of curled up in a ball, I want to say, just you've gone inward. That's what I want to say to you. And we'll talk more about that here in the Four of Cups with this pangolin. And so we'll get there in just a moment. But I see here in the Star card energy is really a direct channel into the divine. It really is just allowing those feelings for you of just being a lot more hopeful or optimistic than you have been. I do feel like your emotions have been really kind of dominating a lot of your choices. And I know, but we can see the heartbreak and the grief here going on for your person. And we'll talk about this overall energy, the Ace of Cups, in just a moment here. This is really coming down for you today so that you know, despite all these challenges that you are going through, that everything is going to be okay. Now, I want to tell you, it doesn't mean that it's removing the challenges. I see here in the Four of Cups, it really is. They're really coming together today in a way that's hard to articulate. So I will try to do that for you. And as we move along in the reading, it's not removing the difficulty so much or even hiding any particular truths. It's really illuminating your strength in order to deal with the difficulty. That's what I want to say. Coming back into your personal power, guys, and pushing forward, overcoming the obstacles that have been created for you. I feel in this particular no contact love reading that we are letting the energy of the star just wash away any of that self-doubt. And where is that? We see it here in the Four Cups, you guys. The Four of Cups, excuse me. Cancer and energy. And as I was saying with this pangolin here, this really is animal that will curl up in a ball if it feels like it's gonna maybe get caught or it's feeling a little bit scared from their prey. They have these really hard, scaly exteriors. As you can see, it's this armor on, and it really is your emotional armor is what I want to tell you. You're feeling, it feels like you're feeling quite defensive here. Your person has really hurt you. Now, I want to say to you, we see that cup here, your person kind of coming out of nowhere. We also see it here with the Ace of Cups. So I do feel that your person is going to be coming here quite literally out of nowhere. And you're a little bit apathetic here in that, and not wanting to be so vulnerable, I feel, and just hiding. And that's the other thing I want to say to you. I'm seeing the Hangman energy. We don't see it here in your reading today. Maybe we will do a little bit of clarifying or bring in some new insight, validate a particular message. We'll see, but I'm seeing the Hangman, and it's really a time for you to get a new perspective, guys. And yeah, what is your next move going to be? Because I feel like your person is coming in here. Now, I do feel on one hand this protection, and I do feel some ego in this reading altogether. We'll talk about it in a moment. But we also see that Star card energy too, where there is still some hope here. And I feel that you have been hanging on to that. We see with the Four of Pentacles, you haven't let your person go. I don't think they've let you go either. But there is a lot of also coming through in the Star card as some healing energy. This is 8 is really a number connecting you to the Gaia energy. Also, as I said, it's a direct connection here into the divine, guys. And I do feel that your emotions are really dominating everything for you right now. So this is really tapping into that energy of the divine, that Gaia energy, that comforting energy that I feel you need after this heartbreak, which doesn't feel very recent, but your heartbreak does, and your grief. So for some of you, this might be pretty recent, but for a lot of you, it's not. But everything is going to be okay in the end, and that is a message that's coming through here. Now, again, I do feel that you're kind of hiding here. We'll talk more about this in a moment, but I want to talk a little bit more about your partnership placement and the Four of Wands. Of course, this is Aries energy, and look what is here, and we'll talk, and all the fours, by the way, that's something I wanted to talk to you about, and we will get into more of that later, but I have to tell you, that is a number of stability, support, safety, and it really is about things working out that may not seem like they're working out now, but things are being healed. So I do feel here, and seeing the Ace of Cups, that there is a lot of probability and potential in this partnership coming back together. Although it does not feel like it now, it does feel to me that in this particular reading, this is somebody that you will be coming back together with, the two of you together. Look, there you are. Now, magpies are really loud, and they're communicators. And as you know, I today felt very drawn to bringing down opalite, Cancer and Libra energy. Remember, it doesn't necessarily mean you or you aren't here or your person. It's simply the energy. But this is a lot about communication, and it's also about really going deep and releasing emotional burdens, just opening up, expressing yourselves, you, both of you. This, if anything, is so connected out of everything here today. It's so connected to this Four of Wands. These are these magpies, as you see here, which are really about communication, also community, I want to tell you, and having some fun together. And as you know, with the Four of Wands, this can be connected to particular celebrations as well. So I do feel like it's going to be highly probable here that you guys are going to see each other maybe at a particular gathering. It can be a wedding, or also sharing some friendships together, and really have a lot to say. I feel like you have a lot to say. I feel like your person has a lot to say, but I also feel like that it's kind of on a higher vibrational level, guys. And the other thing too that comes through here is it can be at a particular celebration, if your person is not there, that there's going to be somebody there connecting you, whether it's connecting you back to your person. And I know it's not what everyone may want to hear, but for some of you, that might even mean new love, as we see here with the Ace of Cups. We do see here in the Eight of Cups and in the Seven of Pentacles that it can be also that Pisces energy, guys, that you're here in that Tiger with that strength, that some of you might be wanting to move away here, communicate with your person, but possibly move away into something new. However, I do want to tell you, it can also be, as we see here with the Seven of Pentacles, with all these spider webs and that spider, that there is some patience needed. I do feel, though, that you've been waiting. A lot of you have been waiting for a while. As I said, this doesn't feel like very new heartbreak, but for some of you it might be. Nonetheless, you're still waiting here. We see that in the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven is that past energy of your person, but it's also here now in the present. Those are the Pentacles, of course, and that really is the practicalities, the physical relationship here. And what is behind that? Feeling safe. And what is behind that? Well, what we're seeing so much here in your reading, the Four of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, and the Four of Swords. It's that the areas of stability and support, mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual. So some things were not lining up for you before. And although it feels in some ways, I feel like here in this Four of Cups energy, you're a little bit, apathetic here, removed, you're feeling kind of defensive about it, quite vulnerable as well. Not wanting to be exposed, I want to say. There is a strong need of getting some perspective if this is in fact you feel the connection for you, because it does feel like these things are getting worked out now. So back to the Four of Wands. Can it be new love? For some of you, maybe, definitely, 100%. But for a lot of you, this is about your person, as I said. And look, these two magpies, hashing it out, guys. And it really is feeling not so low vibrational. It feels like quite a high vibrational communication here. That's what I want to say to you. And it's going to be really particularly leaning toward that way if this is around a celebration. It doesn't mean things aren't going to be difficult, but it just feels like it's a little bit easier than maybe you even realize. Now, that Four of Pentacles, I want to talk a little bit about that here with you. Hello, excuse me, that happens sometimes. Okay, so where was I? I'm talking about the Four of Pentacles here. Now, if you can see in this particular energy, we have a fox and a rabbit. There's a lot going on here. If you're looking, you see the messengers there, the birds, you see the moon and the intuition. There's so much going on. First off, you haven't let your person go. I don't feel that your person has let you go either. However, there's a really strong message here for both of you to let go of old communication patterns. That's what I want to say here, in ways of communicating. Now, you see that the rabbit up here tells us a lot of things. It can be about new beginnings, and I do feel that with the two of you here really strongly, and that is the fertility coming in. Now, that, of course, can mean something else for some of you, but I don't generally talk about pregnancies in my readings, so I'm really just not going to go there. But that rabbit is also very open, and as you know, when we were young and we had that rabbit's foot, oh, it's awful just saying that, but that was derived because a rabbit is known as lucky here. This four, it's real strong with all these fours here that things are, I feel, going to work out in the end, though it doesn't feel that now, but there is a super strong need for that rebalancing here. Now with this fox too, it's quite magical to have a fox in your reading and shape-shifting. And as I said, I really feel like what is needing to shift here is how you communicate with each other, but also letting go of the ideas that you might have had that with each other that are outdated, or that you realized they were things that were coming from your reality but weren't necessarily who your person was or who your person could be, and it's vice versa. I feel that you're going to have a sort of confrontation might be the wrong word, but a sort of a meeting here. A conversation is what it feels like more than anything, and it feels like it's in person, but again, it can be in other ways, but of accepting each other's, not just faults and who you are, but the ideas that you held that you realize don't serve you. And that's part of the disappointment that I feel happened in this partnership, is that you weren't able to live up to each other's stuff here. And that's the other thing, or expectations. That's what I want to say to you. And that's really interesting, but that is where the Eight of Cups is coming in here, Pisces energy. And I want to talk to you about this because this really is, when you see the Eight of Cups in a reading, it really is about bringing the surface some feelings that might be coming from whatever it is you're going through. And what is that? That is in this partnership, and that is what was missing, and what was you maybe expected or you thought and realized at some point, wait, it's not what I'm getting, it's not what they're offering. And that is a lot about what's going to be talked about here. Look, you see that on both opposite sides with that Ace of Cups in the middle. And look what's interesting, it forms a triangle. Not for everyone, I know this, but that twin flame energy does come through. The divine masculine, divine feminine, and the union. So I really feel that in this reading. Now, twin flame energy aside, okay, because that is just not for everyone. I want to tell you that this Eight of Cups, I feel, has just brought a lot of these things are at the surface here in this conversation. And that is really that, it's about that emptiness here that you were feeling together, not living up to each other's expectations, but it's also talking about really a lot of possibilities coming, guys, that are waiting here. But it's also about abandoning some of the ideas that may need to be let go, and also going into that divine energy from the star, guys. And some of those emotions that are, I feel for some of you, still overwhelming you, and that are driving you, and that you're kind of in them, hiding out here in this Four of Cups, not really wanting to look, but actually really wanting it. That's what I feel. I feel that you want this too here. This particular reading is an energy of you really having hope in that, but being very hurt, being very ruled by your emotions right now, and needing to get into your power, into your strength, guys, washing away that self-doubt. And just finding that solution. And that deer here is here for a reason. It really is about confidence and feeling protected in the decisions you're making, but intuition. And really, I know that I'm talking to a lot of highly intuitive people, but I feel here you're almost, you're not wanting to, you're fighting your ego. That's what I want to say to you. There's a death of an ego here that needs to go on with both of you. And I feel like this conversation is very animated. It's not always clearly going to be great, but there is that message here coming through. If this is what you want with this Eight of Cups, to tap into that tiger energy. Now that can be very fierce, that tiger energy, guys. Really is, the jaws of a tiger can crush pretty much anything, but it's also gentle enough to carry its baby. So there is a really strong message for you to get into that tiger energy and just controlling your emotions in a way that allows you to communicate what it is that you want from your person, what it is that you were projecting that you weren't getting, and vice versa. You both really need to be very clear about what it is that you want and what is real and what has been an illusion. I feel like this particular partnership was can be a very fiery partnership, a lot of passion and a lot of just quick drive, like you want to be together, but it was fast, and there was maybe some of that, a lot of things being said and talked about and romanticized early on that maybe had things kind of get covered over a little bit, I want to say, so that everything wasn't addressed, but it was always there. And that's where those expectations came in. Again, with that Seven of Pentacles, guys, this Taurus energy, this is a lot about patience too. And this is reflecting a lot about where you are now, where you want to go. Do you want to is this what you want anymore? And this is exactly what you think, guys. Trusting your spidey senses, as they say, and just picking up and knowing instinctively for yourself with this Eight of Cups, the direction you want to go in. And your person is also in that energy, because I see you haven't let each other go. I think you're going to run into each other. It may not be the case for everyone, but some of you have a lot of connections that tie you together through other people here. But just knowing what it is you want, being clear about that. Now, here in the naughty corner, a lot of people say, what the heck is that? Well, it's just evolved here in my readings, where your person's energy can sometimes go, if they are in deep thought, which we see here in the Four of Swords, thinking about some things that went wrong, breadcrumbing maybe that went on, maybe they just ghosted you and ran from the connection, maybe things were said, whatever. That's where that can go. And beautiful cards can also come down. It's not just about seeing the Three of Swords or the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords anyway no card to me is a bad card, because they all have a particular message to bring. And there is that Four that I continue to see here in your readings. And in this particular Four of Swords, Libra energy, by the way, look, it is a hedgehog. And your person, I also feel, has taken a step back here in this partnership. I feel like they haven't really been super reachable here, guys. They've really put up some boundaries, I want to say, to you. Now, the interesting thing is the Four of Swords, it's some divine feminine energy. So that can be your person. It can also be you in their energy. We all have divine feminine. We all have divine masculine energies. That's the first thing. The second thing I want to say is, if your person is the divine masculine, as maybe one would say, that incorporates more of the divine masculine in the partnership, that is because they're getting in touch here with that energy. It's not, like I said, it's just not a bad place to be. In this Four of Swords, sword energy is about getting clarity. It's very transactional energy. Your person here in this hedgehog energy is really trying to, I want to say that they have been kind of defensive and have had some boundaries up. I don't know that they stepped back. They might have ghosted some of you. It does feel that way as well, but they're really trying to figure that out. That divine feminine side, the energy that we all have within us of, what it is they need to say here, and what it is they need to be clear about what they want too, because they're also part of this Four that I'm feeling here, and this feeling that you both had different expectations on each other. So they're trying to get clear about that. I want to tell you that's the first thing. And there might be something going on in their life. I don't want to pry, but it can be that there have been some challenges as well. So they may have other people in their lives too. I want to tell you, it can be family or friends, family of origin, or even simply that Hierophant energy is coming through, of also maybe even being influenced by that, and it's just in their head. Either way, because that is what's going on here. And that sword energy also is about communication, guys, which is coming through again. So I really feel that you guys are going to be having some communication here. And look what comes, right below it. Interesting is the Page of Wands. Now, this particular bird is called a bowerbird, and it's a very, which is very much the page energy, very enthusiastic energy, very passionate energy, a youthful energy. So it can be your person is younger, but it can also simply be that energy. And I feel here that your person, this position that they're in is much better than it maybe even shows to you, because they are getting in touch with this divine feminine energy and trying to, I want to say, not just nurture themselves, but make their own decisions and be clear about what it is they want and communicate that to you. And we'll talk about that Ace of Cups there in a moment. But this Page of Wands energy is somebody who I feel like wants to come in here, guys. And I feel like they have their eye on you. That's really, there's no way of putting that any other way. And that it feels risky here. Now, there is a little bit of arrogance and ego, like I said, and that is kind of part of the bowerbird. There's sometimes a whole lot of what is that? A whole lot of bravado, where they're just really super confident here, and a little bit of ego. That's what I want to tell you. And these birds can also, strangely enough, they can go around in the world and they kind of look for reflective, I want to say, kind of bright and shiny type of objects for their nest. Now, what does that mean? It is looking for, yeah, building that home is what I want to say here. So I do feel that your person is, there is some ego here. It's settled right now, but I do feel like they kind of have their eye on this and might be wanting that nest here with you. And that brings us to the Ace of Cups. Now, this is a black crowned night heron, I want to say. A lot of divine energy here, guys. A lot of calm energy and a lot of loving energy. A lot of intuition here. And I just feel this particular bird as well is, when you see that lotus there looking right down at the lotus flower. Also, we'll talk about this energy here as well, and the moon energy. But they're very social birds. So I just feel like here, yeah, that you're going to maybe be running into your person, as I said. And I also feel with that Ace of Cups is what you know, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, that it can be about a new beginning, and it can even be about marriage or even babies. That's come through quite strong in this reading. Some of you may even have had that with your person, but that's just something that came through that I don't feel like is everybody. But that building of the nest you see here with all the objects, also the flowers here, and they're looking out and saying, wait a minute, did I let my person go? I better kind of strike while the iron's hot type of energy comes through really strong here. So it can be that this reading, wow, is your person coming in here and maybe even involving other people in that and asking for your hand in marriage. It can also be you. And it can be, of course, that is not always about marriage when you see the Ace of Cups. It can be a type of proposal, which can also be a new beginning, or let's have this conversation, or I'm ready to talk now, because they're getting ready now. So that will be different for everyone. These, tarot readings are not predictions. They're just not. Things can happen for sure. And a lot of things happen that I talk about in readings. So, and it can feel real private, but I want to make that clear. You have free will. Your person has free will. Everyone has free will. Energies, outcomes can, will, and do change. So please don't make any life-changing decisions. But I gotta tell you, it's quite strong here with this Page of Wands, knowing what it is that they're wanting here, and maybe trying to, yeah, gosh, even have a little shiny object for you. I know, but that is just what is coming through here. Again, it's not going to be for everyone, but it's pretty strong for a lot of you. But the conversation, yeah, I feel like that is almost a given here. Okay, I'm going to bring in some of my little cards, my little decks here. I don't know that I don't want to bring in any tarot, actually. I don't really feel that I need any clarification anywhere here. Yeah, it's really clear to me. So let's get these down and see what is coming through for you. Peace and stillness, the answer will be revealed. You guys, that is 100% what we talked about with the Star card energy. It really is a powerful and protective energy, this Star card here. And it's about being at peace, guys, or needing to be. And tapping into that star energy here, quite literally, to reveal any truths that are hiding. Again, it's not to remove the struggles here in this partnership. It's really to illuminate your strength in order to get the truth of what it is that you want, and what do you want with your person here? What do you want in particular? That's what I want to say to you. Washing away any of that self-doubt, guys, and finding a solution here. Spirit has a plan. You already know. Just tap into that intuition. In stillness, the answer will be revealed, which is very much the deer energy. Very still. Have you ever noticed how still a deer can be, yet they will stare just like this with the most confidence? And show you that they feel strong. That is what they're projecting. Yeah, there's fear under there. We know that. But there is a saying that some people don't like it. They say, fake it till you make it. I like it because I think that can sometimes be a way of, it's sort of like if you want to start running again or running in general or work out, you know, fake it, put your shoes on and say, yeah, I'm going to go running, but I'm really going to walk, whatever it takes to get you out there. And next thing you know, you're walking, then you're running. Maybe you're walking again too, but you kind of tricked yourself. So there's a little bit of that going on. Peace and stillness, the answer will be revealed. Okay, I love that for you. And this one is sticking out, so I'm going to get it. Interesting that they're both, look, these particular marble colors. Self-love, there we go. And yeah, of course, I didn't even read that for you guys, that crown chakra there. So, of course, but that's also really connected, not surprising at all, with the intuition, self-love. You can only love others as much as you love yourself. Reading 3, it's a very particular message for you. I really love this for you because we also talked about the self-love coming through here also in the 4 of Cups. Okay, I'm going to bring in something else now. There's 3 here, and that's the most I'll take. This has revealed itself first. Abracadabra with wings, fantastic good fortune, and lucky chances. Yeah, magic with wings, guys. I really feel that this is a reading of you really working things out. The 4s coming down so much, in particular in the Cups, the friendship, the emotional energy, the Wands, the passion, the idea, the relationship. The Pentacles, that is the physical relationship, the practicalities, feeling safe, the commitment. Here, where was the other, and the 4 of Swords, which may sound swords, but that's about clarity. It's transactional, communicating. I feel like things are going to work out here for you in this partnership. It will take time, forgiveness, yeah, but it does feel very positive. Goddess, healing feminine energy. Okay, yeah, that's your person's energy. Interesting. They're tapping into their goddess, you guys, and that can be that's the divine feminine in the partnership. It can be the divine masculine. It's about the divine. We all have the divine feminine and the masculine energy, and it's about balancing them. And that's also what 4 is. And that is what your person is trying to do in healing, and also you here. And this partnership. And what was I wanting to say that to you? I don't know why I feel like I think I had a message for you about that, tapping into your inner God, your inner goddess. Interesting, but it kind of is lost on me now. So maybe it'll come back. Insight. This is your last card. Open the 3rd eye to strengthen intuition. Guys, here, this crown chakra, peace and stillness, the answer will be revealed. And we talked about that star energy with the deer of the intuition. It's very strong here. And again, I do feel that you know what it is that you want to do. I don't think that either of you have let each other go, but there is there's a lot of work here to do, not just together, but by yourselves alone. That's what I want to say here. We want to get you out of that 4 of Cups energy. Actually, I would almost like to see you, and some of you might be there, jump on over into that 4 of Swords energy, because that is not, again, it's not a bad place to be. It really is going in there and stepping back and, yeah, just prioritizing self-care here, resting your mind and your body. Okay, and let's move on now. I'm going to bring in some oracle just a moment. And I'm feeling spirit animal today very much. Oh yeah, look. It is the scarab beetle spirit. I love this for you. Magic works through you. This is a lot about new beginnings, guys. Also moving those blocks out of the way, working together here in that divine energy. And look, that is coming to a 7, and that really is about your person, the past, and also where you are now. I love that for you. I'm going to set it here. Things are going to start getting covered. Let's get another one. Then we're going to move on to love messages. Oh, look, yeah, boy, was that ever meant to be? Gotta tell you here, of course, it is the Seven of Pentacles, guys. As we talked about, those spidey senses kicking in, picking up on the vibrations as well, and knowing what it is you want. Spider spirit, make your dreams real. This is coming to an 11, which we know is also, wow, a very lucky number, and a lot about new beginnings. And that is also coming to a 2, which is about the two of you. Tapping into that spider spirit, guys, really reflecting on that, being patient here in particular. And are you on the right course? Does it need to be adjusted? Let your spidey senses kick in. It was really strong in your Seven of Pentacles. And here it is coming again, and it really is about this partnership. So yeah, I have I feel a lot of optimism here in this connection. A lot. I feel a lot here, I gotta say. And yeah, okay, with that, your person is wanting to send messages. So I am going to bring in some love messages. Let me just see what it is they're wanting to bring in. Well, first of all, they are wanting to bring in these. So we will bring these in. And let me see here. Yeah, that's what's coming in. Okay, so we're going to begin with love messages. There's 2. Sweetheart, I cannot do anything without thinking of you. Your voice is my favorite sound. Very strong musical connections, but it can also just be a lot about your conversations here. I'm hiding my true feelings. Yeah, that has been happening. I do feel that they're in that 4 of Swords. They've been kind of unreachable. Is there some arrogance and some pride? There is. But they're also working on that here, and with this hedgehog, this feminine energy here in that 4 of Swords. And the hedgehog is what I'm talking about with the feminine energy, guys. All my life, I have been dreaming of an angel like you. Look at that. Did you see that? 3 is the most I'll take. That middle card. We'll look at that in a minute. Whew. After every storm comes sunshine. Let the separation end. Please be mine. All right, guys. Wow. That scarab beetle moves all that stuff out of the way. My love for you will never change. And as I said, I feel like it's all being worked out here, guys, especially with these 4s. You make me forget how to breathe. My 6-word love story. I can't imagine life without you. I'm going to have to start covering things. This is being pushed off. Your absence is hard to bear. Look, that 8 of Cups there, going right there with the 8 of Cups. Is that also you? It might be. These are yours. I want to be your favorite hello and your hardest goodbye. If nothing lasts forever, can I be your nothing? Wow, this is a pretty, these are sticking out. 3 is the most I'll take in that draw. What's going on in the middle? No matter what has happened, no matter what you've done, no matter what you will do, I will always love you. I don't like covering up that goddess energy. Yeah, a lot of healing feminine energy here, guys. That is the divine feminine energy, the healing, the compassion. And that is going on in this partnership. I feel like you don't even realize it now, even apart, but imagine together here, because also these loud magpie conversations are quite healing and getting everything out. All the truths need to be out. Everything needs to be out here so that you can continue to heal and then heal together, if that is in fact what you're wanting. And it looks pretty clear to me that that is what you're wanting, in particular your person here. All I have ever wanted is to have you for life, as I said. Yeah. Reading 3, wow. Okay. And your last card, your smile is literally the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. Okay, that is it. We're going to get some, I want to say I'm going to bring in some song messages. Now, this is a little bit of one of my worn out decks, but this is the message deck that I was drawn to. It can be your song, you and your person song comes through. It can also be a song of relevance to you. Always sentiments come through in a song of somebody expressing happiness, joy, remorse, regret, whatever that is. More importantly, messages and things that you're going to see, synchronicities, things that you're going to understand that connect you to your person. A name, a location, a number, an artist that I won't even understand. And if you ever feel you're sending the songs, please go with that. And the wonder of it all is that you just don't realize how much I love you. Eric Clapton, Wonderful Tonight. There is so much a man can tell you, so much he can say. You remain my power, my pleasure, my pain, baby. Seal, kiss from a rose. Okay, this look, how many are there? It's the most. Okay, yeah, so that's it. No? Okay, wait a minute. Is that another one? No, I can't take those. I know, that sounds weird. Hello, the camera again. Just as I said that and put them back, two of them immediately pushed out. So these are meant to be for sure. I'm amazed at the way you helped me sing my song, Paul McCartney. Maybe I'm amazed. It can be about their life, but also quite literally music. In your heart, I see the start of every night and every day in your eyes. I get lost, I get washed away. Tina Turner, the best. I feel like this is the beginning, though. I've loved you for 1,000,000 years. Stevie Wonder, you are the sunshine of my life. I also feel this, make me forget how to breathe. I'm feeling that. I'm getting that urgency going on. Ain't no sunshine when you're gone. Bill Withers, Ain't No Sunshine. Yeah, that's all that sun energy. That's wanting that new start, guys, that outcome here. It's strong in this reading. I know you're holding back. We're going to stop at that. So only you can, you know, make those decisions for yourself. Trust yourself. I could drink a case of you, darling. Joni Mitchell, Case of You. That's a very heavy song to have come down. A really intense connection here. And make sure you listen to Joni Mitchell's version if you have not, okay? That's really needing to be said. It's an important song. You'll be the prince and I'll be the princess. It's a love story, baby. Just say yes. Taylor Swift love story. Yeah. Guys, it's not often that I say that this is really strongly leaning toward a proposal of marriage, but it really is. It's not for everyone, and maybe this isn't your reading, or maybe it is, but this reading is leaning really strongly toward that. Wow. I'm going to set it here. Okay, I'm going to get a couple more, and there's a flyer I need to get, and this was being pushed off. Then we're going to move on. In the darkest night, I'll search through the crowd. Your face is all that I see. John Mayer, Hug and Kiss. We're talking away. I don't know what I'm to say. I'll say it anyway. That's the Magpies. Today's another day to find you. Shying away. I'll be coming for your love, okay? Aha, take on me. Yeah, it's buried now, but I'm putting it there. Okay, I'm going to get a few of these love messages, and then we're going to get an affirmation card and end the reading. I really want to see you. That's not surprising. You are my biggest wish. We belong together. I still want you. You were so good to me. There's two here. Give me time. Yeah, I feel like that time, needing that time, I'm waking up. There's that judgment energy about making a decision, getting some clarity. They're still working on that clarity in that Four of Swords. I will never give up on us. This is just way too many, so I need to get another shuffle. I was scared. Don't ever change. This is also yours, and that one. I'm hiding my true feelings. Yes, they have been. They still are, but I think it's going to be just a, okay, I'm ready to come out now. I am so sorry I hurt you. Okay, last run here. It's really hard living without you. Okay, reading 3. I'm bringing in super attractor cards today. So we're going to channel one for you. Aho. That's yours. I slow down and listen to the guidance that's available to me. That's that star energy. That is quite literally the divine here, guys. I love this for you. And it really is also about that being at peace and knowing that you can get through the challenges, washing away any self-doubt. You can find a solution. And the other thing too with this particular star energy today is a really strong connection to spirit here, guys. So that is really kind of guiding your entire reading, I want to say. So interesting, that's the first card, and this is the last card. I slow down, look, there's that crown representing the crown chakra, I want to tell you, which we saw, it's buried here now. I slow down and listen to the guidance that's available to me. Beautiful. I love that for you. I'm going to let you sit with that, and thank you for being here. I wish you well, love, light, all things good in your journey. I'll see you at reading 1 or 2 or your next reading. Trust yourself, your intuition, and your gut instincts. Those are your guardian angels. Aho.